Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. It's another Wednesday. It's another special episode on our Youth Wisdom episode. And with us today in the studio is another special guest. Now, this particular guest has brought us something very special in this particular episode. She is one who is creating art with words. Like in a world where we're using words to just practically go about our daily life, some people are using these same words that we use on a day-to-day basis to create art. And that is what our guest today, Mrs. Elminique Eta. Please, that's very important. It's Mrs., not Miss. Because she's looking stunning, but she's taking, okay? Mrs. Elminique Eta, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here.
We're so glad to have you here. And the fact that you are here, this is not your hometown, but once you got here, you're able to spare us the time to have your presence. I'm so grateful to have you here.
Your studio is beautiful.
I'm blushing a bit. All right, so just dive into us today. Tell us, who is Mrs. Elminique Eta?
Okay, like the missus already, I'm married. And I professionally, I should say that I have a law degree from the University of Boya. And immediately after that, I didn't want to go into it, so I launched into administration. So I left school. I've been volunteering in some delegations before. I had now stable jobs. And presently, I am working as an assistant manager of an electrical company and also doing online data entry for film productions in the USA. Then going now to Elminique. Elminique is a spoken word artist. I do theater performances as well. I write and perform, and I'm just uniquely me.
I like the confidence, and just like it shows how multi-talented.
Yeah, that's the right word to use.
Multi-talented you are.
Yeah.
But if you're with us here today, I think we're focusing a lot more on your career as a spoken word artist. So tell us more about that. How did you get into spoken word?
Spoken words. At first, I didn't know it was a calling, and when you're not, there's a point in time where you want to realize who you are, what your purpose on earth, and you keep searching for it till you have that fulfillment. So before now, I didn't have a fulfillment while doing other things till I launched into this. Now I had someone who was at the back of it all pushing me at my local church, which is the Life Transformers Ministries International on Mutengene. And there, a man of God created a department called Theatre and Arts Department. And I was assistant leader at that time. He was the leader. And he kept on pushing me to write. And from writing, we had to do many other things to make the department vibrant with the members that are in it, to make it engaging. And from there, I started doing a lot of research and trying to keep up the department with up-to-date theater activities for the church. And I began writing. And that's how I began writing. He pushed me, write more. And as I began writing, doing research, following some spoken word artists, because definitely there should be somebody who you're following to be like, though you're not copying from, but you're getting maybe some kind of aspirations or inspirations from. And I began following some. And as I started writing, then I actually saw myself finding peace while writing it, seeing myself getting fulfilled by writing spoken words. And the best time of my life is when I'm performing it. And then I realized that this is something I really want to keep to myself, like to keep doing it. And I find peace. Like there's one thing in your life when you find that you're not stressing to do it. The thing that you will not find yourself stressing to do, that's your purpose. Yeah.
Well, they're getting wise words, and I've not even gone. She said the thing that you find yourself stressing less to do, that is your purpose.
Right.
Guys, take note. Take note of that. Right. So you mentioned that you got into writing more when your leader gave you the push to do it. So earlier on, maybe in your youthful ages, or maybe when you're younger, you were not so much to writing?
I was not so much into writing, but I was reading. I was reading because I love grammatical words.
I can tell you're very well spoken.
Words. Yeah, so I kept reading to get those things. Yeah. to update my speech because I like public speaking. So I was doing a lot of public speaking at that time before now. And I'm into the spoken words full time. This is my vision, this is my purpose, and I've launched into it deep. Yeah.
That's amazing. So when you're about to, because you mentioned you really love going on stage.
Right, right.
So you feel
Yeah,
comfortable.
my moment. Right.
All right. So when you're about to have that your moment,
Yeah.
like what are the preparations that you put in place before arriving at that point?
Okay, a lot of practice, a lot of rehearsals. There's practice, there's rehearsals. So you can practice, you don't rehearse, it can be a problem. So when you practice, you have to rehearse.
Really?
So I do rehearsals after practicing. I do praying. Now I go into my throne room, whether I'm doing a secular piece or I'm doing a completely gospel piece. Now secular piece has to be with maybe the nature or something. And if I'm doing purely about God, maybe worship, church and stuff, I must go into my throne room, that is my room, and I pray. I pray a lot for my preparation. So my spirit is ready. I don't only want to go out there and just shine physically. I want people to also have an impact because people will remember you when you mount a stage, but people will not get to forget when you create an impact in them while ministering. Yes, so my focus is not just to mount there for you to see that I'm mounted that stage. My focus is to see that once I've mounted, I've created an impact in you when I've mounted and done my ministration.
Yeah. And impact is the word.
Of course.
You mentioned that you practice and you rehearse.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever seen those two words used. So I think to me they always like synonyms like practice and rehearse. But I think you have more of a differentiated idea of how you say them. So can you maybe explain further what you is practicing and what you is rehearsing?
Practice, you're beginning the work of or what you want to do. You're beginning it, and then you can practice, and it goes on well. Maybe I do practice with my instrumentals and before my mirror, and at times I use dancers to practice with, and then that's the first practice of it. Because practice you can just say you're practicing for once and you leave it like that. But now you must go back after that practice, the first practice you've had, or that practice, you must have tons and tons of rehearsals because there's nothing like you practice, then you practice, you practice. No, you practice, then you rehearse.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So the first thing you do is practice. The second thing, the thing you do is rehearse.
Okay, rehearsal.
Yes, rehearsal, yes. So you first practice before you rehearse. And so I do practice, I do rehearsals. Yes, I do 2 times more to make sure that I am good to go. I don't just assume that, I write it. Mm-hmm. It's in me. But I have to practice, I have to rehearse it because you don't only want to go up on stage and do the same thing. You want to be dynamic sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I put a lot of dynamics into my work so that you cannot expect it coming.
Yeah.
You cannot expect it coming. I'm giving you back to back, but you're not expecting it coming. Yeah. There's something always different in every administration I do. There's something I always want to bring at some point that it hits. This is different, and I like it. I don't like to be predictable.
Oh.
Yes. I like surprising you.
Yeah, so anytime we see Emenic on the stage, you should expect something more different.
Of course, more dynamics. Of course.
Is the word dynamic?
Yes.
So what do you love the most about what you do?
I should say that I love writing my pieces because it's one thing to have it in mind and one thing to table it, to write it down is another thing. So I like writing it, and when I minister and feel that I am evoking emotions, it gives me a sense of fulfillment. Because it's one thing to minister or to perform and people are not feeling you or they're distracted or people are just using phones. That's the worst thing you can actually experience when you're actually trying to deliver a message and people are really distracted and not following you. But once you're ministering and you've gotten the people's attention and you see them really soaking into what you're doing, or you're seeing that you're actually really raising those emotions that you ought to raise, it's phenomenal to me.
So it's the people reacting.
People reacting and then after being impacted as a word, and afterwards the feedbacks I get. Mm-hmm. I always get feedbacks maybe on my page or maybe my personal DM that I was blessed with your ministration. This ministration means a lot to me. It taught me this. I feel this different. after your ministration. That's all.
It's wonderful. Okay, so that's what you love about it.
Yes.
And considering that's your career, I think there are very few things you hate about it, but there should be things that actually sometimes go, oh.
Yeah.
So what are those things?
Yes, there are times that my head is just blocked. Like your head is just blocked to write. Like it happens. It happens that I have a show. I'm booked for a show maybe in 2 weeks time, and I'm blocked to write because there are shows that they invite me, and then the organizer tells me on the theme to write, and I'm right just like she just or he or she just begs I write on this theme or write on the theme of the event itself.
Yeah.
And so to write on that theme now, and then the words are not coming for your head is blocked. It's very difficult, and I hate that moment. But then I found a solution to it, and that is to find a serene environment, go out of my natural space, and go brainstorm somewhere else. And those words are coming back in. So that's one of it. Then another one, it's the tense atmosphere that some MCs can give you, like you already know that there is a schedule of how you have to go on stage, and then something happens. They just tell you are going up now. The tension and everything at that moment. You are ready, yes, but you know that they see time for you to go up. But the MC just come. You're going up. I'm going up how? Like I'm going up how?
You're ready, but not ready at that time.
That's the word. That's the word. So I really hate those moments. I won't lie. I hate those moments. I hate those moments when they just you're going up just like that, and it's not really that nice because there are some artists I've actually inquired from, and they say that those kind of pressures makes them to forget their lines.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and there's some that will not know how to maneuver it on stage when you forget your lines, and it's very embarrassing. Even if you just pause for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and somebody that is really into this your field will know that you're mistaken somewhere.
Yeah,
will catch your flaws. But so I don't like that kind of moments. But over the time, you know how our country is, and some events are we get that those things at times happen, and it's just to now find now ways to cover those loopholes, and those are the things I hate.
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment on stage where you're like, you went back and it really stuck with you?
Oh my god! Yes, I have
Now
had.
I'm interested.
Yes,
I'm interested now.
I have had two.
Wow.
One on the TV station, one live
On the
performance.
TV station.
Yes. What happened is I gave my sound. I had to do two presentations, two spoken word pieces that day on the TV show, and so I gave my instrumentals to be played. So they interchanged the instrumentals. That's the instrumental that has to be played for something else they give me. So, and I have to wait for the instrumental to start playing before I start rhyming on it.
Yeah.
And so another instrumental is played. I'm like, is this song from? Oh God. Where did this man behind the scenes put this? It was not even my sound that I gave.
It was a completely different
totally
sound. different
instrument. I don't know whether he was drinking or what was happening behind the scene. I don't know. So I had to, when we are rhyming, we have the instrumentals I do.
Yeah.
I create climax to it, and so we know how we are climbing up to that state. And so with a different instrument, I don't even know how you're going to rhyme on it. And since we're live, I cannot embarrass that TV. I cannot embarrass myself. I just had to do it. But I went back. I was not satisfied. I was mad because that's not instrumental. Because instrumentals or the music behind it will also make you with the artist to do more. It helps me to bring more of myself. Yes. So my instrumentals actually help me do more than just the normal. And so with the different instrumental, it's not going to be great at all. So the second one, which was a live performance in Boya there, was that was my first time. Okay, that's my first time going out to do a live performance in front of people. And they didn't tell me when I was to mount up. But since I was sister, they're not going to put me at the end, because we have this notion. Some people have this notion that when they're putting you towards the end, you're not really that.
Yeah.
You're not really that. So I knew I'm going to be towards the end. All of those big people will come and start that thing. So immediately after the governor's speech, the next in my head, let us welcome Dominique, the spoken word artist.
Like, what?
And I was thinking I was outside, so I heard
You had your name from outside.
my name from outside.
Wow.
So come and see me running now to go get a mic, and then with the tension, I was actually tense. Then I was. Thank God I wore a suit and then my trousers were actually big. I was shivering. If the camera could zoom my legs, I was shivering in my pants. I was shivering. You could feel how my leg was actually. I could feel my leg was actually shaking on that stage.
Yeah.
Like I would fall. And then it reached at one moment where I forgot the lines at that particular point of the instrumental. I forgot the lines, and then I had to now use the audience to do spoken words. I had to use the audience.
Like, explain that further.
I forgot my lines, and I had to use the audience. Like, I had to go forth to someone and then use the person's attire, looks, do a little rhyming with the person. Then as my line came back, I went back into my lines, and that was it. Crazy.
That was a good save.
A good save.
That was a good save.
Crazy. So that's what tension has done to me. From that day, I started learning all of those my flaws. Since it was the first time, it was expected, but I've learned from it and I've become better by the day. More researches, and I'm doing great and hoping to be best at what I do.
That's wonderful. I think from everything you've said, I've come to realize how important it is. You've emphasized how important is sound choice.
Yes.
Your soundtrack choices.
Yes.
So how do you go about choosing the sound?
Okay. I work with a producer, so he does most of my sounds. So when he does it, and then I see that it rhymes with the spoken word piece I've written, then that's how we roll on it. So he's the one who does most of my sounds. In fact, all of my sounds. He does all of my sounds in the studio, the music studio. And then now, when he does it now, I go now and choose the one who goes right with my sound. He also affirms it, and then we mix it together and come up with something beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you also perform, I think, in your churches, and that I think let's take spoken back into the aspect of the church per se. I think initially was not maybe something so welcomed or very popular, but I think it gets more popular now.
True.
So how is it like when you go to maybe a church space or to churches to present? Do you feel it's more welcome now?
I would say it's a 60 on 100 as at now, but before now it wasn't.
Yeah. I know that.
Because in the church, really, people just want songs. People just want a minister to just come and sing the worships or the Afro or whatever they're going to sing there. That's what people just want to do. So when I call you now, like there's one time I went to minister in a church, and I was late because of something. So there were artists ministering songs. And so when it came to my time now, the MC told the organizer that, can we not just shift her, because you see, the climax is already rising. People want to be sung, people want to be sung. Let us put spoken words now. Spoken words should come like towards the end because it's killing the show. I'm like,
that is so wrong.
Terrible.
I'm a big fan of
Terrible.
it. So
Terrible. I proved them wrong.
Ooh.
The organizer just stood on my ground. The organizer said, no, she's going to go, because the organizer now understood my potential and knew what I could do. So instead, when I heard that, I was motivated to do more, to shock the MC.
Wow.
I was motivated to do more. I was like, call me up now.
like watch this.
Just call me. just call me. Just call me up. Let me clear that stage. Call me up. And so when I mounted there, and the spirit will have it, it went on so well that even the MC was like, wow. After the event, he came shamefully. I was talking to me. I told him that I heard what you said. I told him I heard what you said.
Oh God.
I was like,
I will be just shy.
I was ashamed. I was like, I'm very sorry, ma. I'm very sorry. Sorry, ma. But you did great, ma. You did amazing, ma. But that was it. It was not that welcome, but now it is welcome. And it determines to you how you do it. How you do it, yes. You not just come and just do it flat in a place where you know it's not that welcomed. Don't come do it all flat and then you just go and you think that next time they'll welcome you again like that. But you should do it in a way that in a place that it's not really that accepted or that known. You should do it in a way that they'll want you more. Now when I go to a place where they don't really regard spoken words as much as it should be, I don't usually finish my spoken words. I end in a way that you want it more. So that when next you hear my name, I want to watch her. That's that you not finish it. I want to watch her.
You're very strategic.
Very,
You're very strategic.
very, very. And it has been working. It has been working. Yes. There's not a time where I go minister and people don't reach back to me or I don't see. You can see it. Yes. It's not about the claps or the shouts. You can actually see on people's emotions and see that you're touching somebody. You're reaching a spot in their hearts or in their minds where, it's going somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, when we look, most people in the hear about spoken words. In fact, we hear about spoken word, poetry. People just think, that's just women kind of things. It's just like sad people kind of things, just like this melancholy kind of just sorrowful. Like, but I want us to debunk it right here. So I'm going to let you tell us, is spoken word just about maybe emotional people talking?
No. But I think it's more of connecting to. You want to connect with the people's emotions and see how to uplift them from there. Because it is known that most of people that actually listen to spoken word, people are down.
Yeah.
Excuse me. People are down is known as that, but I don't think spoken words is meant only for that purpose. Yeah, we can use spoken words to create a sense of belonging, to make people more happy, to make people be more united, a sense of cohesion and stuff. So it's not only about self-pity or pity about what's happening in the society and all that, but you want to write pieces that will uplift somebody, pieces that will make you happy, that can even make you dance. Yeah, look at those kind of pieces. Yeah, so I don't only write pieces that will only work only for people who are that's sorrowful. People who are joyous, people who are rich, that pieces that can work for them. So
All right. So many people believe that spoken word is something more of a hobby. It's not something you can use to do like maybe full time, like you're saying, you're trying to get into more full time, like just a spoken word artist. How has your journey been like into taking spoken word from maybe beginning to like now you deciding that, oh, I want to do this full time?
I would say it has not been easy because of the audience before now not being that receptive towards it. Because definitely this is arts and you need audience for
Definitely.
your art. You need audience. So it hasn't been that easy till now where people are actually getting to know that this potential of yours is that great and they really want you coming over to to perform in their events and taking it up as a full point now. It's just about my dedication to it. Like I'm dedicated to take it this far because it's what gives me joy, peace, what gives me fulfillment, where I don't stress about it. So what matters is what I think about it.
Yeah.
I know what the people say about it. Yes, what matters is what I think about it and what impact am I creating in the society. What are the feedbacks coming from the society and how I'm impacting them? That's what matters to me.
Okay, and how do you go about putting charges? Like, do you do charges when you do the shows, like, or do they reach out to you and be like, okay, this is what we have, or do you like say, okay, this is what?
No. I don't charge. You reach out to me and tell me what you have.
Okay.
Yes. So I do not. I don't go about. Excuse me. I don't go about saying that this is my charge. You have to pay me this before I come to your event. No. When you reach out to me, let's see what you have, and that's it.
Okay. So is that more like your own personal decision because you felt? Is it more like a conviction or more like a business standpoint idea?
No, my own conviction, my own
Okay.
personal point about it.
Right. That's great. So now, if someone out there is looking into being like, I want to take spoken word full time. I want this to become what I do. Like I have a passion for it, maybe passion for writing and getting into spoken word. But I don't know if I have what it takes to do that. what does that person need?
I'll first say that you have to believe in yourself, because when you start saying you don't have what it takes, that's already self-doubt. So the first thing is to believe in yourself that you can do it, because it starts from you. Nobody's coming to encourage you that you can do this thing. Even me. There's no amount of encouragement I will give you that yourself cannot give you. So once you have that conviction that this is what you want to do, let's start from you first. This is what you want to do. All right. So from there you can start from that belief, conviction you have in you. Then you begin to excuse me, you begin to do more researches on it and follow who you want to be like. Yes, you have to follow who you want to be like, because since you're just starting it, there should be someone actually giving you a push. When you see somebody, you're like, I'm encouraged to do this, because at times you'll be discouraged, but then there should be someone giving you a push. There should be this self-conviction that no matter what, you want to keep doing it. And then, is it giving you the fulfillment you deserve? And when you do it, are you that stressed that, like, should I write? Should I not write? Am I happy about it? No, 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 no. If it's not giving you fulfillment, you're stressing to do it. It's not your purpose. Just leave it, because you will do it, but it will not last for long. You can just do it like for 2-3 months, and you've dropped it. So what's the essence? That's like a failed attempt to me. So if you're in this full time, just take the route that is supposed to be done. Research more. Do a lot of research more. Because I bet you people like a lot of those idiomatics languages, idioms, and people like a lot of it. So just do a lot of research more.
All right. So one thing also about our very special guest is that she's a founder of a very, very interesting organization.
Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate Fest.
Yes, that's the word.
Finally pronounced it right. Kate Fest. So tell us about Kate Fest. What's it about?
Okay, the first is it's actually a vision I got it from church. I got it in church during church service. I got that vision. So when I went back home, I wrote it down. I'm like, okay, since it's from church, is this from God or something? Let's see how it goes. And then from then now, it's theater arts. I'm already into theater arts, and I saw that there's a need for especially spoken words to be that renowned in the nation and beyond, because we're not really given that much space. We're not really that known as of now. It's mostly the gospel artists, singers, let me put it that way, people who do songs that are mostly out there. But now, Cameroon Theatre and Arts Festival is giving a platform for artists in different theatrical abilities. We have artists, spoken word artists, visual artists, contemporary artists, mime dancers, stage play actors, that's theater troupes. We have beatboxers on board who come for this event. Now we did this event last year and want to do it annually, and it was beautiful because when we launched it out, we now told the audience to come with their creativities. We'd not only go only for the top artists that are there, because normally when you're starting an event, you want top artists to come to attract the audience to come. But no, we went down seeking for grassroots talents, and then we brought them to the field, and then we gave them that platform to showcase what they have in the theater milieu, and it was very beautiful to watch. We saw people that could only perform in their churches or in their small corners coming out. I'm like, they are very happy to be given this kind of platform, because some of them said that in other events they don't give them opportunities because they don't have experiences with other big shows, and they don't have maybe a fan base, because some event organizers take artists who have a fan base because they want majority of the audience to come for their event. But I didn't go for that. I went for you whether you have a fan base or not. I went for you. Once I saw that you are theater inclined, I brought you into the play, and it was beautiful to see all of them. We had like this 25 or 26 acts that night. We finished about 12, and people were crazy into it. It was really lit. We had some dignitaries representative of the delegation of arts and culture, communications. We had commissioners. We had Honorable Malumba Esembe. We had some other CEOs and organization owners who came to the show to support this talents. And we also had some media stations, Grace Award Productions. We had CRTV also coming to cover the event. It was a beautiful thing to watch, and these talents were excited because they were given the platform. And that's what it's about. Giving the platform for more theater display is about valorizing theater arts, and that's it.
That's wonderful. And to think that you're able to give a chance to people who normally might have, maybe that was their first time of ever
Right,
receiving something like that. I
right.
can imagine the impact it created
Of
with them.
course, of course, of course.
So the arts concerns music, concerns art in general. When you're becoming an artist in a way, I think sometimes there's always these boundaries that have been put by the church that, oh, don't go out of the church, don't do secular, stay within the gospel. Have you ever had such boundaries being placed on you at any point in time?
No, I've not had, and that's something I'm very thankful for, because my man of God doesn't give me that, does not give any of us that boundary to do any of that, because we can. What matters is we're preaching Jesus. At the end of it all is Jesus. Yes, and even if you're doing something that is not maybe saying nature or other things, you're not going vulgar about it. Yes. So at the end of it all, it's Jesus we're preaching. Yes, and I've not had that boundaries before. Don't go here, don't go there, don't go there.
Yeah.
I've not had it, so I can't really say yes as to that.
Well, that's actually very fortunate for you.
Yes.
I think because I get people who will be like,
True,
they're afraid to
true.
go that far because they're like, oh, is this too much?
True,
Am I
true.
stepping out of a boundary here? And like, you have to have that real fear, actually.
Yeah, true, but I've not had that, so I'm just thanking God for that. I've not had that.
All right, so I think I'd like to take you us a bit back because
Okay.
we talked about your worst moment on stage when you tell us about time you almost piss your pants on stage. But then again, I guess there are always those moments that are like, I cannot believe this happened. Like, so
True.
excited it happened.
True.
So, like, what is there, I think, the most unbelievable audience you think you've ever presented in front of? And also maybe their best moment you've ever had while presenting?
Unbelievable moments. I should say is when I went to a program and then there was light seizure. So I didn't. There was light seizure, and I don't know whether they embarked on the journey to get generators or something, but it was for long, and I was on stage alone there. So
In you.
so it was very unbelievable for me. It wasn't a good moment for me at all. At all. But thank God the MCs always come through. But that was very embarrassing for me. I could just leave that stage and go home. But I couldn't do that because what is the essence? I went there, I've prepared myself for this administration, so there's nothing taking me back home. So I had to just wait for the light system to come back. Like maybe they got a generator or something. Or the generator that wasn't fuel for the generator. So I just had to wait for it to come back, and then I did that. Then my exciting moment, is that what you said?
Yeah, I was asking like, that's unbelievable bad, I think.
Yes,
Or say, but,
unbelievable
like, I'm
bad,
looking for
yes.
what unbelievable good, like, wow.
Good.
Like, wow, it just happened.
Should I say exciting moments?
Yeah.
Okay. That's I had to minister in front of a gospel piece. Sorry, I do gospel pieces. A very spiritual piece. Let me put it that way. Very spiritual piece in front of people. These are Moliko people. But yeah, that they don't. Most of them don't really love this Jesus thing. Yes, I had to minister.
I hear you.
Most of them.
So come on, attack you like but it's true.
It's true now. Most of them. I'm just being candid here. Most of them don't really love this a lot of spirituality thing, and I had to minister in that event, and then I got their reactions. I'm like, this is not something that they usually react to, and I got them actually reacting to it positively. And after the show too, I got them coming. No, they were marveled. Like this is. It was a secular event. Let me put it that way. But I went to do Jesus there.
Yeah.
I went there full time, and I was the only person who did Jesus on that stage. I was the only person that day. So I was not even expecting them to even react. So do my thing, go down.
And I'm done with
I'm
it.
out. I'm out. But it was amazing to see that they were reacting and shouting and reacting and positively. They were like, wow, and all that. Whew. There was a breather, and it made me do more. And after that, they actually met me after that. I'm like, this is gospel. They really enjoyed it in a way that they didn't expect it. Yeah, so that was a wow for me.
That actually is a win. That is a win.
wow
If,
for
if,
me.
if Monica claps for that, then
Yeah, that
we all have to clap.
was true.
That was a big win.
True.
All right, let's come back to the Cathy first.
Okay.
Okay, maybe some might be looking to the next edition. When is the next edition, by the way?
It should be next year because this year we're planning, we're doing more of groundwork and planning to make it to be more grand, give it the grandeur it deserves. Yeah, so we're just expecting
maybe
next
year.
year.
We'll have me.
Oh my god! Oh my
Gonna
god!
be there.
What are you gonna be doing?
Come on, spoke about
Oh
artists.
my god! Oh my god! The spotlight is gonna be on you like this.
Oh,
Oh my. Just wait for it.
oh my
Wait
gosh,
for
such
it.
a vibe. So some might be thinking, I want to be part of this Cathy Fest next. Like I've been looking to find a platform that maybe takes me to a greater audience, my work. How do they get information about that?
Yes, we have a page called Cameroon Theatre and Arts Festival, Cat the First, or you can reach out to the contact number on the page, which is 679-647175, 679-647175. And once you reach that number or DM the page, you're going to have a response back, and then we're going to tell you on the procedures to go about it. It's totally free. Totally free.
Totally free.
Yeah.
Cameroonians are free, please. You had to. It's free.
Totally free. No registration.
All right. So is it just like, what are the different categories that people should look into when they are applying?
Okay, there's choral singing, we have music, we have dance, we have contemporary dance, that's Afro dance, contemporary dance, we have meme, we have beatboxing, we have stage plays, we have everything theater, comedians too are also there, we need comic plays like that, so that's it. Everything theater.
Well, it's a party.
Visual artists as well. Visual artists, contemporary
it's a
artists.
whole party, guys.
Yes.
And it's free.
Totally free. Totally free.
Oh, that's so lovely. I think we're coming to the end of this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Like I've laughed my guts out. Such a vibe. All right, so I think at this point people are asking themselves, how can they get to you? But before that, I always say that someone might just be joining at this point in time and they have not been there when we started. And
Okay.
I just want to give a rundown of what should someone be looking into if they're planning on getting to spoken words. If you had to just pass a message right now, someone looking to turn words to art, making it not just a hobby, but like actually impacting the lives of many like you are, how should they go about that?
Like I said, it has to come from within you. It has to be a personal conviction within you if you want to do spoken words. Like you're sure that you want to do it, then get into research about spoken words, and then follow the person you want to be like. Follow that person. Then once you do research, always write. There should always be a pen and a paper. Whatever you think, pen it down. Then now you start seeing how to put it in a rhythmical way, because spoken word is a language that has literature that has symbolic languages. So you want to rhyme it into symbolic languages. Don't only make it plain, because that's what spoken word is about. And then you follow the person you want to be like. That's just it.
I think I just realized I've not asked you how long you've been doing spoken words for. How long have you been into it?
The writing stage, I don't know what forcing
Like
me.
altogether, the entire package. The entire package.
2020, yes.
Oh,
2020
wow.
to now.
So yeah, that's like we're going to 5
Yes,
years.
5 years, 5 years.
That's amazing,
That's
guys.
it.
So you
And
see
the journey has been great.
what consistency can do to you and glamorousness, please.
Right. Consistency is key. It's key. You need to write more often, because even though you're tired, you need to write. Because once creativity is inside you and you're tired to make that creativity come out, you will die off. because there are times when you are actually eager to write. Maybe because at times I write from experiences around me. At times I can go to a place and something is happening there. Creativity comes into my head. I'm like, I can write about something of that sort to help somebody out there, or maybe something happens to me, and from the experience I've had, creativity comes to write out of it. And so do not kill it. Once it's time for you to write, do not kill it. Take a pen and paper and just pen down what's coming to your mind. And then even if it's not straight at that time, because at times when these words come to me, they are not that fixed, pen it down, and then in your quiet time now you can go and start arranging them up, and then let it start making sense in the rhythmical way that it ought to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, heading from the airport. All right, so at this point, I think we are going to be finding out how can we reach out to Nikita. She's a married woman, first of all, so be very, very reach out at responsible times, ladies and gentlemen, but she can go ahead and give you information.
Yes, I'm married, but my husband is the most supportive man ever.
Aww.
He supports my ad 100%.
Oh, God.
100%.
God, what? Why, yeah. What part of your organ?
And that to me is a blessing, to have a partner who supports you, or a friend who is there for you throughout your journey. It's a very big blessing. You should thank them for that. So how to reach me? I have a Facebook page, Elminique Ita, Facebook account, a profile, Elminique Ita. We have on Instagram, Elminique Ita, on TikTok, Elmin Ita, and our page, Cameroon Theatre and Arts Festival, Catherfest. That is the page name, Catherfest.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from here. Please go and check out all the different pages, and trust me, you're not going to regret it. She's wonderful. She's impacting me lives. I was going through your past presentation before, and I was like, wow, I think we have an IB quick of Carol.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, I used to watch her a lot. I used to watch her a lot.
I do a lot. I do a lot. All right. So that's been wonderful having you here with us. Like, my God.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, this has been another very, very interesting episode. And thank you so much for joining us. I cannot believe at the last minute you decided, oh, I'm in Yaoundé, let me grace.
Of
you
course,
guys. Yeah.
of course. I'm happy to be here.
So honored. so honored.
To meet the mighty Miss Enongene Doris.
Ladies and gentlemen, as for this particular interview, it has been so wonderful having Mrs. Nikita here. And shout out to the good man behind all of this. Support all of this.
Right,
And
Mr.
the friends
Ekwen.
and family watching, we are so grateful to have you on the show. Please, before you go, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you stay intact with all of our upcoming videos. We have a lot of other things to do on this channel. We have news, we have more interesting videos, interviews like this. Just a lot for you guys. So please like and subscribe. Stay with us. But for now, bye guys.